Welcome along, fellow drifters. Today is going to be the fourth part in a series called Event Guides, with this video focusing on Battle Royale events. So what exactly does a Battle Royale event involve? Join me as we go through the basics of the event and some tips and tricks on how to maximize your winnings. Battle Royale events are multi-day events where you race against everyone else's cars to climb to the highest league and top ranks. Each day of a Battle Royale event has its own day ranking, allowing you to earn gold, car medals, and enhancement kits every day of the event, excluding the last day. All of your points from each day gets added into a final total, which is used to determine your final ranking to get the featured car prizes. At the beginning of each day, you will start in the lowest league, League 6. All of the opponents in League 6 will consist of inactive accounts and any player below rank 100,000 and first, if that many players enter the event. As you race in the event, your rank will determine what league you are in for that day, and will change what opponents show up in the opponent's selection screen. The higher your rank, the higher league you'll be in. There are 6 leagues in total: League 6, League 5, League 4, League 3, League 2, and League 1. Once it hits 11 PM Japan time, your day rank will be reset, you'll move on to the next day ranking, and you'll have to race all over again for the next day with your final total still intact. Heading into the event race screen, you'll be given a selection of opponents in various states, identifiable by these colours: purple, blue, red, and yellow. Purple racers are power down opponents, driving much slower compared to their regular state. Blue racers are serious opponents and use 1 NOS. Red racers are super serious opponents, using 2 NOS and require double gas to race against. And yellow racers are awakening opponents, using all 3 NOS and requires double gas to race against, but provide lots of points. There are also guest racers and bonus racers that can appear at random. Namiko and Haruka appear as bonus racers, granting daily 100 gas tanks and daily NOS respectively. Guest racers, however, are characters themed around the event, driving event cars and granting a lot of points. These racers do not use NOS, making them quite easy to beat. Guest racers provide 10 daily 100 gas tanks and 3 daily NOS upon defeating them, so make sure to race them the moment you spot them. There can be instances where a guest racer provides a rare drop chance. If a guest racer can provide a rare drop, they will only grant you 10 monthly tickets and won't grant you any other rewards, unless you get the rare drop. Right before starting a race, there are 2 start options you can select. Full boost start will increase your car's power by 100 temporarily and give you times 1.5 extra points at the cost of times 1.5 more gas. Battle start will start the race as per normal. At the end of each race, you will be shown how many base points you have earned, along with point multipliers to make up the point total for that race. A victory will result in earning monthly tickets, with double gas opponents providing 1 daily NOS in addition to tickets. One thing I haven't mentioned quite yet is point multipliers. At random, a bonus point attack chance effect can show up, granting you either times 1.5 or times 1.8 extra points for a limited amount of time. If you prefer not to rely on random multipliers showing up, there is one resource you can use that is only seen in Battle Royale events. You can increase how many points you score when you choose to do so by using a resource called Energelly, which comes in 2 forms: Daily Limited Energelly, which provides a times 1.8 bonus lasting for 10 minutes per Energelly used, and Royal Energelly, which provides a double point bonus and lasts for 15 minutes per Energelly used. Each day of the event you will receive 3 Daily Limited Energellies, which will expire by the end of the day if they're not used. Royal Energellies can only be purchased in the shop for 100 gold each, and they will never expire. If you go back to the race screen and tap the button on the bottom left, it will open up the event info screen, where you can see your current ranking out of all the players that are participating, how many battle points you have, how much exchange points you have left to spend in the exchange shop, and what your current rank is set to reward you if you finish in that ranking for that day of the event, or the final ranking depending on whether you are on the last day of the event or not. You will also see a row of buttons that when selected will take you to various screens. You can select ranking rewards to see what kind of rewards you can get by placing in certain positions each day or on the final day. Or you can select ranking lists to see who the top 10 players are and who is surrounding your current position. If you have anyone in your friend list, you can select friend ranking to see where you place compared to all of your friends, as well as what leaderboard rank each of your friends are currently placed at. Lastly, you can view the exchange shop screen where you'll be able to exchange your event points you've earned from each event race into prizes of your choosing. So that is how the Battle Royale event works. Now let's move on to some tips and tricks to get you started in improving your skills. Tip number 1. Race early in the event and try to stay in the higher leagues. Some players use their high-powered cars in the event and don't do a whole lot of racing, which results in high-powered roadblocks in Leagues 4 and 5, making it a lot harder to progress through the leagues and score points. Racing close to the start time of each day ranking will ensure you get a jump start in the higher leagues. Also, the lower the league is that you're currently in, the lower the minimum points you can score each race. Getting higher and higher in the rankings and into the higher leagues will allow you to increase that minimum and narrow down the opponent selection pool. In fact, one thing that isn't mentioned at all in the game's help info about the event is that the opponent selection pool can be narrowed down a lot more in League 1 by climbing as high as possible. Landing in the top 1000 will only show opponents from the top 1000, top 100 will only show top 100 opponents, and you will only face the top 10 if you are able to make it into the top 10. Tip number 2. Always full boost start against guest racers the moment you spot them. Not only do guest racers provide you extra gas and NOS for you to use during the event, except in the case of guest racers that provide rare drops, they don't require you to spend double gas to race them, and they don't use NOS at all, which makes them very easy to defeat. They also provide the largest amount of points attainable with a small amount of gas. This is especially helpful when you climb up to the higher leagues, so don't skip them. And tip number 3, be wary of Super NOS when racing against opponents that use NOS. Super NOS is great and makes races much easier. However, this can prove to be a double-edged sword in Battle Royale events. Any opponent that has a companion equipped with a Super NOS skill can use it against you. If you want to check what companion your opponent has, you can tap on this small companion setting button. It will display what companion they currently have equipped if they've got one and what skills they've got. Keep an eye out for a skill that looks like this. The number shown in this portion of the skill determines whether the Super NOS is going to be used on the first, second, or third NOS. That's going to be all for this video. If you found this guide to be useful, please leave a like on the video, leave a comment if you wish, and subscribe to stay updated for future content. I will see you all next time.